Hello everyone, and welcome to the Morning Metaphysical Report. This report is for Tuesday, May 12, 2020. My name is Lysander Xanthus. I am a clairvoyant psychic and energy healer. Today, I'm going to be guiding you through a few spiritual practices and sharing with you the astrology, numerology, and card guidance for our day ahead. And today's focus is on spiritual lifestyle tips. So this is the day of the week where I share a little tip about living in greater alignment with yourself. Welcome. I'm going to begin with a little bit of singing bowl to bring our minds to a greater place of peace. Sharing the video is most appreciated. And now I would like to guide us through a grounding exercise. Grounding is a way to practice self-healing each day and to release anything that is no longer serving you. So it's pretty simple. I hope you'll follow along. Imagine yourself inside of a large bubble. This is your aura. Now imagine gently attached to the bottom of this bubble is a pipe that leads deep into the earth. We are going to be releasing that which is no longer serving our highest good. Visualize this energy as a specific color and see it drain down your bubble, down into the pipe, and down into the earth. I will send my energy to assist you in this release. We release all energy that is no longer serving our highest good. We release all energy that does not belong to us. We release all negativity and anything else we are now ready to let go of. We release this energy from every layer of our aura, from every chakra, from every part of our being and body. We release. You see the last of this energy exit the bottom of your bubble. See the drain at the bottom disappear, and know that your aura is sealed and complete. The pipe falls away from you and dissipates into the earth. We've grounded. After releasing energy, I find it is a good practice to replace some of that energy. Not strictly necessary, but helpful. Usually we do a mini crystal healing, but today I'd like to do something a little different and guide you through a quick visualization that serves the same purpose. So again, just be where you are, and above you, imagine a bright, shimmering, warm light shining down, encompassing you and the entirety of your aura. So you're in this light. And see or feel this light shining through every layer of your aura, through your body, through the cells in your body and in the spaces in between, through every chakra, through every part of your energy and physical self. And as it does so, it just gently casts out any darkness or negativity as light does. And it brings in whatever it is you most need in this moment. And allow yourself to take it in and breathe it in as spiritual nourishment and feeding your energy. Feel the loving support of the universe as it shines its light on you. Know that it is filling any gaps or empty spaces that may exist, healing you, guiding you, clearing you. All right. That concludes our little visualization. You can stay in the light as long as you like and come back to it anytime you feel you need to. While we are in this energetic space, we are going to move into our affirmation for the day. So we're going to say this affirmation together 3 times. I open myself to the will of the universe, knowing it will fulfill my needs. I open myself to the will of the universe, knowing it will fulfill my needs. I open myself to the will of the universe, knowing it will fulfill my needs. As always, I encourage you to take this affirmation forward with you if you are so inclined. That concludes our affirmation. All right, so now I would like to share the spiritual lifestyle tip for today. And my notes, a little all over the place. Bear with. I wrote down several different kinds of thoughts. So, one way to live in further alignment with yourself is to take some time this week to reflect on the difference between what you need and your wants and desires. This may not be entirely obvious at first, and we may not even know what it is we truly need, and that's okay too. I think even just acknowledging that there is a difference will be of use. And I feel just acknowledging that and opening yourself to knowing that difference and discovering what your genuine needs are will open you to kind of discovering what they are. And so focusing on your genuine needs and what is good for your actual being can help you direct your choices and your efforts in a different way than when you're just focusing on things you want or that you feel you're supposed to have. Another thing is, Con Marie is an author, and she has written a lot about organization. And one way to kind of gain this awareness is, I found it very illuminating. She talks about keeping things that make you feel joyful when you look at them and removing the rest, even if the joy it provides is in its functionality. And I feel that this is one way to discover your deeper needs beneath the desires when you go through the process of examination she talks about in her work. And I found a lot of benefit from having balance in my environment over clutter, and the effect that having more open space around me has allowed there to be greater peace and harmony in my environment. And it's like having that literal air around you. It's like it clears your mind a bit once you live in that state for a time. And it can help it become more apparent where your needs and priorities are, in a sense. So this is one of those odd ways of kind of working from the outside in. And sometimes that's what we need. I don't remember the name of her book, but Marie, discovering her work came at a really opportune time. About 7 or 8 months ago, my fiance and I moved. Our prior living situation, there's a lot of chaos in the environment, and we were at a different place of growth in our lives where we were learning to resolve a lot of old wounds and conflicts, not just between each other, but in our pasts. And it was kind of part of this journey of growth in learning to live more in alignment with who we truly were, with our actual needs, and with our purpose for being here. And we went through the process, and it was really difficult. You start with clothing. You kind of go by category of items rather than organizing rooms. So at first it creates even more chaos, but we persisted through. And as things were released, it was like really healing and really brought a lot of mental clarity about what mattered and what needed to happen. And the way we lived in terms of a literal lifestyle and daily choices by releasing these things that when you looked at them, it made me feel like actually bad or guilty, or it didn't really bring any good, joyful energy into life. So connecting to joy is important. And this is all kind of a roundabout way of describing different ways to connect with your genuine needs and how to discover them. Giving some different suggestions other than just, of course, direct introspection. So hopefully that makes sense. I need to write my notes a little clearer next time. I know what I meant to say. So yes, knowing what you need obviously will help you align your daily routine and your actions and priorities in alignment so that you're getting what you need in your life each day. All right, so that concludes the lifestyle tip. And now I would like to share with you the card of the day. So this card is intended to give insight into the day ahead, May 12th. This card comes to you from the Wisdom of Avalon Oracle cards. And this is a collective message, so you may find you resonate with the entirety of the message or just parts of it, and both are perfect. Today's card is the Grail Knight. Romance and the seeking of that which is sacred. Such are the missions of the Grail Knight. He represents the coming together of all elements to form a perfect life through a union of heaven and earth, or he signifies a romantic union of lover with lover. In the beginning of all relationships, there's a time when everything is perfect. One seeks out the discovery of love in the treasures of the other, all the while holding up a mirror in which beauty and perfection are reflected. There is both truth and illusion. When the Grail Knight appears, he lets you know that your own beauty, perfection, and innermost desires may be reflected in the mirror that is held up by the love of another. Indeed, love is in the air. Perhaps it's also time for you to fall in love with yourself. If you don't, you run the risk of attracting the same affirmation from the outside world. Love attracts love. Be love, and you shall find love, or it will find you. A gentle warning: light cannot exist without shadow, so don't be fooled by the illusion of perfection. Be willing to see the shadow and ask for honesty. Then you can never be disappointed. This is a fortunate omen. All right. So that is the card for May 12th. And now I would like to share with you the numerology for our day ahead, May 12th. This is a 3-day, and the guidance, well, the energy in this day highlights the need for genuine communication with others and with yourself. And in those communications, expressing your needs, not your wants, expectations, or desires, your needs. And another quick reference, I referred to Con Marie earlier, there's something called nonviolent communication. For those of you who are not accustomed to expressing yourselves in terms of needs, there are a series of audios on YouTube. There's also a few books that teach this style of communication. And it can be a lot of information to sift through, but it can be really effective in creating genuine communication and connection with others, where you're expressing yourself in a way to help both parties get their needs met without language of blame and so on. So that the vibration of 3 is geared towards communication, specifically in this aspect. And now I would like to move into the astrological aspects for May 12th. This is describing the energy present in the day ahead that is influencing all of us and is available for all of us to use regardless of our individual sun sign. So let's take a look. All right, there are a lot of aspects today, but we are going to get through them. So first, the moon moves into Aquarius. And so when it comes to our inner life and our needs, there's a desire to be more of an individual, to have more of our independence, while still being connected with a community and feeling like we have something to share with others, as well as having others share with us in turn. And then the moon in Aquarius is in triune with Mercury in Gemini. And this energy expresses itself as expressing your unique point of view, desiring validation and connections based on authenticity. So we're definitely moving more into an energy overall of exploring ourselves and kind of pulling these deeper things within us that haven't come out, or pulling them out more. We're kind of transiting out of a brief period of releasing. So it's like now time to pull things out. And of course, a clearing will come again. And then the moon is in conjunct with Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius. So this is an opportunity. This is a moment of reflection on what you are putting out into the world. So kind of looking within yourself, asking yourself, what is it I want to share, or what is it I want to be feeding out into the energy of the world, or expressing to the people around me. I'm not just expressing myself, it's like an energy we are creating, and when we share with someone, by their attention, they feed into that, whatever it is we're sharing too. So a moment of reflection to be mindful. And then we have Mercury again in Gemini in triune with Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius. So there is a lot of like quick movement in terms of expressing yourself and expressing issues that you have in connection with responsibility and sharing. This lends itself to talking with other people about kind of the base dynamic of your relationship, who's responsible for what, and how you share between the two of you. And there are many ways that can manifest itself. Then Mars moves into Pisces. So there is a strong force of energy and initiative towards emotional connection. So really wanting to connect with others more deeply and authentically, as well as towards being more in tune with their own deeper self. The moon in Aquarius is squared with Uranus in Taurus. And this energy is encouraging us to align our life, the foundations in our life, with our inner true self, to be sure that we're really in alignment, kind of the base underneath everything, the foundation of our relationships, of our career choices, of choices and other situations in our lives, if these are really in alignment with who we really are and what's really important to us. And if we're out of alignment, that may be, highlighted or emphasized. Then finally, Venus goes into retrograde in Gemini. So this is a period of reassessment of your relationships. This is an opportunity to reflect back and to forgive people and to heal relationships or let them go. There is also a slightly greater likelihood of reunions with people from your past at this time, or otherwise being reminded of old connections. That is the astrology for May 12th. I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone. MMR is made possible by viewers like yourself. On screen in a moment are the names of the members of our Patreon. Thank you for your continued support, for assisting MMR in continuing to evolve and helping me to create spiritual content. Thank you to everyone who shares MMR each day, helping more people discover it. Of course, thanks to all of you who watch. This was created for you. On screen in a moment and in the description of this video is our web link, patreon.com/Morning Metaphysical Report. Visit here if you'd like to learn how to become a patron and more about MMR. Members get exclusive access to the monthly Metaphysical Report. So if that interests you, check out the link. And finally, we are going to set an intention for our day ahead. I encourage you to set an intention for yourself or to accept my intention for you. We are the creators of our reality, and this is just a simple way to engage that for ourselves. In this day ahead, we gain clarity about where our true needs lie in our heart, mind, and any other part of our life where we need to become aware of this. This day brings us the courage to ask for our needs to be filled and the openness to receiving them, as well as the willingness to fulfill our needs for ourselves. We open ourselves to receiving all of our good. Thank you, and so it is. Remember to like, follow, or subscribe to Facebook, YouTube, or Patreon if you'd like to continue seeing MMR each day. Remember to share this video during morning in your time zone. And thanks for joining me during this time, as always. I hope it served you well. My name is Lysander Xanthus, and this has been the Morning Metaphysical Report.